Action.
Hey parents and students, it's Ms. Whitaker here. We're going to go through now our little Warcats belt test. Now their test is not very long, so it'll be shorter than all the other tests, but we still want to make sure that we keep the standard nice and high. Really important to note, parents, is that we're dealing with 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. As you know, they're yours. So the expectations are not going to be super high. You want to be encouraging throughout. We don't want to be really strict with the students. No, you're not doing that right. We need to fix that. Just like I do in class, positive reinforcement. If you find that you're working with your child and they're messing up and they're maybe having some difficulties during a technique, be encouraging and help them, but in a positive way. Okay, so Mr. Costa, you ready?
Sir.
First is their fitness. They're only doing 4 exercises for the fitness. First one is a push-up hold. Mr. Costa will hold for 10 seconds. Making sure their back is straight, eyes are forward, hands on their shoulders, just like Mr. Costa doing for 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure their hips don't dip down. Make sure their bottom isn't up in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good job. Next one is a straddle stance. So he's going to make sure his feet are double shoulder width apart. He's going to bend his knees, hand at his side, and hold for 10, 9, eyes forward, 8, 7, back straight, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. There. Next is table. So Mr. Costa is going to be with his belly to the sky, hands behind his body, feet right in front, keep his body nice and flat for 10, 9, make sure their head doesn't dip back, make sure they're looking right at you the whole time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, last exercise is going to be a plate. Now, Mr. Costa, before you start that, I'm going to explain it. Plate is kind of like a half crunch. I did this exercise during our training video last week. Make sure their feet stay on the ground. Their legs are going to be completely straight. Mr. Costa is going to reach toward his toes, head and shoulders off the ground, just like the plate. And we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, reach my fingers, 6, 5, 4, 3, making sure the feet stay on the ground, 2, 1, and time. Nicely done, sir. Okay, that covers their fitness. Next is going to be their techniques. They're only doing 6 techniques. One of them is a combination technique. So, Mr. Costa, first one's going to be a side kick. Get ready, check out position. Ready, and chumbi. Okay, so he's going to start. You can start with either leg. I just like to start with the right side first. So, Mr. Costa, you're going to do side kicks on the right side towards me. For count 3, ready, and 1. 1, sir. Good, and he's counting after me just like you do in class. Ready, 2. 2, sir. And 3. 3, sir. Good, making sure I'm far away so I don't get kicked by Mr. Costa. Same thing on the other side, left side. Ready, and 1. 1, sir. Good, and 2. 2, sir. Make sure his hands stay up, and 3. 3, sir. Good job. Okay, next is going to be a front snap kick. Now, they will need to be in a guarding stance for this. They can choose whichever side they want. Right side or left side, it doesn't matter. Go and get into a guarding stance. Ready? Okay. Front snap kick with the back leg. Even though we call it a front snap kick, they're kicking to the front with the back leg. So make sure your student, make sure your child, our student, kicks with the back leg. Ready? And 1. 1, sir. Good. Snapping that knee, making sure you really retract. Ready? 2. 2, sir. Good. And 3. 3, sir. Good. Change sides. Same thing on the other side. Make sure to get those toes out of the way. Ready? 1. 1, sir. Good. 2. 2, sir. Last one as high as you can go. Ready? 3. 3, sir. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want your child to have a little bit of a challenge. All right, back to chumbi. Okay, next we're going to do star block. Now that is from a straddle stance. So Mr. Costa, show us the straddle stance, please. I'm not very worried about their straddle stance, not at this age. As long as their knees are slightly bent and their legs are apart, that's fine. We don't want it sloppy. We don't want them to be laying eggs. But we do want them to stay in a solid stance the entire time. So, star block goes as so. Mr. Costa, you're going to do your right side first. Sir. As a parent, I'm going to call out the block and he's going to repeat after me and show me the block just like we do in class. Ready? And high block. High block. In block. In block. Out block. Out block. Low block. Low block. That was 1. Next one, ready? High block. High block. Sorry, the same side, Mr. Costa. That was my fault. That was a test. Okay, we're going to go all on one side first. That was my fault. I apologize. Okay, so ready? So this will be the second one. Only on the right. Ready? 1. High block. Good. In block. In block. Out block. Out block. Low block. Low block. Good. Making sure to say the name of the technique, not counting on this one. I made a mistake as well. Make sure you say the name of the technique and have them repeat after you. Last one on this side. This side. Ready? High block.
High block.
In block.
In block.
Out block.
Out block.
And low block.
Low block.
Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side, left only. He's going to repeat after me. Ready? High block.
High block.
In block.
In block.
Out block.
Out block.
Low block.
Low block.
Good. Again. High block.
High block.
In block.
In block.
Out block.
Out block.
Low block.
Low block.
Last one, best one. Nice and loud. Shout as loud as you can. Ready? High block.
High block.
In block.
In block.
Out block.
Out block.
Low block.
Low block.
Good job. Back to beat and show relax. Okay? That is the hardest technique that the little Warcats are doing. It's actually 4 techniques in one, but that's how we disguise the repetition at Warcats Taekwondo. All right. Next one is hammer fist. So they're going to need to be in a guarding stance. So ready? Either side, whichever the one they want, right or left, they're going to be striking with their front hand, the one that's in the lead. They're going to wrap up to their ears, and he's going to strike out. And this one we actually are going to count. Ready? And 1.
1, sir.
Then we wrap it up again. 2.
2, sir.
Last one, wrap it up. And 3.
3, sir.
Good. Same thing on the other side. You're going to change your feet. Okay. Now, again, I'm not super picky on their stances. They can stand like this if they want to, but if they want an extra challenge or they want to be like a black belt, they need to get a big stance, bend their knees just like Mr. Colsa. Okay, same thing on the other side. Wrap it up. And 1.
1, sir.
Wrap it up. 2.
2, sir.
Wrap it up. 3.
3, sir.
Good job. And Chumbi. Okay, our last technique for little Warcats, little Warcats, is the hook punch. Now, they tend to get really wild on this one and want to swing their arms like this. We really want to focus on self-control with this age group. So we don't want them to swing big. We want really tight, really small hook punches, just like Mr. Costa will demonstrate. Okay, guarding stance, sir. Either side, he's going to strike with his front hand, his lead hand. He's going to reach back, he's going to coil back, and 1.
1, sir.
Good, same thing, ready, and we're doing it live, everyone, ready, and 2.
2, sir.
Good, and 3.
3, sir.
Same thing on the other side, switch your feet, ready, and 1.
1, sir.
And 2.
2, sir.
And 3.
3, sir.
Good, back to feet, and show.
Thanks, sir.
First, I just want to take a second and mention, we've made a couple mistakes throughout this video. Just like I tell my instructors and my parents, Mr. Costa made a little mistake, that's okay. I didn't get on his case. Just like if your child makes a mistake during the test, I don't want you to get on their case. I want you to gently redirect them and remind them that it's okay to make mistakes. We're just going to try better next time. Improvement over time. All right. Last but not least is self-control. Okay, so the self-control portion of their test, they're going to stay in attention stance for 1 minute, and they're going to stay in ready stance for 1 minute. Okay, now we're not going to go back to back. That's 2 minutes of not moving for a 4-year-old. Yeah, get real. They're not going to be able to do that. 1 minute is about the most that they can do. Okay, now if they're in this attention stance and they twitch a little bit, we're not going to penalize them. We're just going to gently remind them to go back to attention stance. Now, Mr. Costa, we're not going to show the entire 1 minute. I'm just going to demonstrate a few things. Okay, ready? Or you can say attention stance. Okay, hands are going to be at his side, feet are going to be together, eyes forward, back is straight. Just like they do in the military, they don't want you to be moving around and twitching, fidgeting. If they do happen to lose their balance because their heads are the size and weight of a bowling ball, just gently remind them, hey, make sure you have your back super straight, don't move, and relax, relax. Okay, now for Chumi position, he's just going to have his feet shoulder width apart, hands at fist in front of his body. Now we call this the circle of knowledge or the circle of learning. We don't want the hands to be down like this because that means one day you start learning, and then you stop learning. No, we always keep learning, and you can mention that to students if they have a hard time understanding this hand position. So his feet are apart, just like attention stance. His back is straight, his eyes are forward, and he holds for 1 minute. Now you can use any stopwatch you want, or you can just count to 60 seconds if you so choose. The main thing is, if they feel like they're losing focus, gently remind them to keep their focus and not move. If they fall down, help them back up, and just restart the timer from there. Thank you very much. So relax and close up.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, that is the Little Warcats belt test. If you have any questions, please comment on this video and contact us whichever means you have. Some of you are on our Warcats Taekwondo family group. Some of you have our page. However you contact us, please let us know if you have any questions, and hope you have a great day. Yeah. Thanks, everyone.